You're here because you know you're meant for more power, more wealth, and more influence. You're here to lead a movement. So, welcome back to the Ghislain Maiden podcast, the home of erotic leadership, where your pleasure becomes the pathway to your power and your frequency, the key to unlock your millions. I'm Gillen, and together we'll collapse timelines. You'll master the frequencies of success and awaken your eroticism to lead with undeniable power, influence, and create the impact your soul was born to create. Let's get into today's episode, shall we? Most women are powerful, but they're performing power. What makes a woman and a leader truly influential goes beyond the words that they speak. It's in their presence, in who they are, and how they hold themselves. A leader's ability to be truly influential is in their ability to make people feel something, to make their words so potent, so powerful that they inspire, activate, and awaken people to create change. And this type of leadership, it cannot be taught through cognitive-based coaching, mindset, or performance practices. This kind of influence is really only awoken from within, because two people can say the exact same thing and evoke a completely different response based on their ability to be truly influential. Because you can know all the tools, the tricks, and the tactics and have zero fucking presence. Because presence is what makes someone magnetic. Presence and undeniable authority and influence are what make leaders truly powerful. And that kind of presence doesn't come from mindset, strategy. That kind of power and influence can only be awakened from within. And your eroticism is the key to unlock it all. You see, most women are performing for power because you've been taught that your bigness is too much, that you have to shrink and disconnect from the parts of you that are actually fucking influential, from your ability to command energy, to command influence, for your words to be felt more than they are heard. And that isn't in what you say. It's in who you are and your ability to have magnetic presence. And your eroticism, the more a woman has evoked her sense of eroticism, the more magnetic she becomes. You see, traditional models of success have women believing that they must consistently strive, push to the point of exhaustion. And what happens when you strive and push to the point of exhaustion is your erotic energy, your magnetism, that sense of spark within you gets so fucking drained, you feel dead. Because you've led from a disembodied perspective. You see, erotic authority is the authority that a woman embodies through the embodiment of her erotic energy, that when she walks into a room, her presence is felt, that people instantly look to her as a point of authority without her even speaking. And that kind of influence is in your embodiment. It's not in your mindset. It's not in your strategy. And you're not going to awaken it through another generic how to. You see, the more you can turn yourself on, the more powerful you become. There is a reason women have been disconnected from their own sexual pleasure, from their eroticism. Because when a woman reconnects, she stops asking for permission and starts leading. She stops fearing her bigness and her power and stops putting self-imposed cages around herself to keep those around her fucking comfortable. Instead, she allows her bigness and her energetic frequency to be an invitation for those around her to rise or say fucking sayonara, see you later, and allow those that are in energetic resonance with her to meet her. She knows that her words carry weight, that when she speaks, it's felt. She doesn't need to rush, force, or push. Because when a woman is erotically embodied, she is a channel for power. Instead of chasing it externally, she cultivates it from within. And in the realms of manifestation, this is when you start to become a magnet for those soul-aligned clients, mind-blowing opportunities, and for your cash flow to start to increase, because an erotically embodied woman, she doesn't undercharge and overdeliver. She doesn't doubt the depth of her services. She knows her worth and she charges accordingly. And her clients rise to meet her standards. Now, the problem with eroticism is that for too long, it has only been associated with sexual expression, with sexuality. Now, that is a part of it, but it's also your ability to hold presence. Erotic authority is your ability to channel and embody power, influence, to speak unapologetically, to be the woman whose boundaries aren't flimsy and flexible, who knows her worth. And if you've done the mindset, the strategy, and you've hit that glass ceiling, you know that your next level of influence isn't going to come from following someone else's strategy, from following another how-to, from more work on your mindset. It's going to come through your erotic activation. Because that is how you become the woman who speaks and whose words are deeply felt. That is how you become the woman who's really in a category of one, who is the leader of leaders, who's here to lead the global movements. It's where you stop asking for permission and stop looking for how everybody else has done it and start tapping into your own unique frequency, genius, and the guidance that comes from within that knows that, yes, you are a visionary. And so you're not here to do it like how everybody else has done it. And so you carve your own way because you are no longer waiting for permission. You are actually leading. Now, if you're a woman who's tired of performing for power, who's tired of feeling like her authority just isn't landing, who's watering down her content, who's filtering her voice, who's shrinking herself, but knows that she's here for bigness, who's ready to stop faking power and actually unapologetically own it. The doors are open for erotic evolution. This is where you will awaken your eroticism to lead with undeniable power, influence, and presence. So if you're a woman who's tired of playing small, tired of shrinking yourself, and this episode activated something within you, that is your sign to get into the room where women are done being palatable and are learning how to truly be powerful.